In this video, we are going to talk about subqueries. Okay, the topic is subqueries. Now, please understand subqueries basically mean a query which is written inside another query. In a previous example, we have checked simple queries, right? Only a simple query we have written. Now, we will be going one step higher. We will be looking out for subqueries. So, for subqueries, the most important thing is we need more than one table. So, we have already created two tables over here. In our previous video, students, you can check we have already created this tables. We'll see the employee table once. So this is our employee table, okay, which has like some 10 employees, his first name, last name, and other details like email ID, age, salary, department, joining date, gender, and manager ID. Okay. While our project is another table, okay. In our project table, what we have is we have project ID, we have project name, and the employees who are assigned to this project. So what we have assumed is every one employee, let us say, is assigned to one particular project, and no two employees are assigned to the same project. This is what we have assumed. It's not necessary. Okay, but this is how the data entry we have done. So now let us try to find out the names of those employees who are assigned to a project. So as we can see, there are only 8 projects and there were 10 employees. So that means there are certain employees who are not assigned to any project, right? What we have to find out is find the names of the employees who are assigned to a project. So for that, what we'll have to find out is, again, it is select from where. Let us say we want to find out, let us take only first name. Okay, we want to find out FIRST, first name, okay, from employee table, okay, where employee ID in. Okay, what I want is we will find out the employee ID from project table. So what will happen here is, if the employee ID that is present in the project table, that means that employee ID is already assigned a project. Okay. So there could be some employee IDs which are not assigned a project. So they will be not part of the project table. So what you're trying to find out first, we will try to select the employee ID from the project table. Okay. So let us run this part of the query if you want. So we came to know this is the employee ID 25, 26, 31, something, 8 employees. Okay. Now what we will find out is we will find out select the first name from those employees. If you want, you can also find out the employee ID also. Okay. From employee where employee ID in. So whatever is matching now students, that will be displayed. So let us run it. Okay. And see, now there are 8 employees who are being assigned to certain projects. So there are 2 employees, okay, which are not assigned a project, right? So here we can find out the names of the project who are assigned to certain names of those employees who are assigned to certain project. Okay. As we can see in, what if I want to find out those employee who, let us say, not assigned any. So in this case, I only have to write down not in. So all the employees are there, but those employees were not a part of this project. So let us run this and check, students. Okay, so if we can see, obviously there are 2 employees because we know there were 10 employees, 8 are assigned to a project. So obviously 2 are not assigned to a project, and these are those 2 employees. Okay, so like this, we can run a first query. Let us come to the second one. Display the detail of the employees who are working on the project named employee website, e-commerce website. So first, let us try to find out we want to find out the employee ID from project table. What we want to say, where project name is equal to, what is the project name? We can copy paste. Okay, this is the project name. So let me just type, this is the project name, semicolon. So this will give me an employee ID. Okay. Now what I want is, I want the details of those employees. Detail is present in the employee table. And you know the only key that is matching both the table is employee ID. Employee ID is a primary key in the employee table and it is a foreign key in the project table. That is why here also we did the same thing where employee ID we have matched. So with this, I will get the employee ID. Okay. But what I want is, I want the details. Okay. So let me say details means I can say select star from employee table where what I want is employee ID is equal to. So I want to, what will be the output over here? If you see the output over here is, you will get the employee ID of that person who is working in the project e-commerce website. And once that ID will be given to the outside query, and you will find out all the details of that particular employee. Okay, so now let us run it. See, so employee ID is 27 and all the details from the employee table we are getting it. Now to confirm whether this is true or not, what we can do is we can only run this much part of the query. Remember the employee ID was 27. So we can run only this much part of the query and check. Okay. And let us try to find out that yes, 27 is the employee ID of the person who is working where in the project name e-commerce website. You can also try with project table. Okay. Like see, 27 is e-commerce website, employee ID is 27. So yes, we are getting correct answers. Okay. Let's see the third one. You want to find out the salary of that employee who is working on payroll management system. So remember the name of the project is payroll management system. It is in the project table while salary is in the employee table. So again, this is a subquery, right? We are taking data from two different tables. So now let us first find out what is the employee ID of the employee who is working on the payroll management system. So for that, what we will do, select employee ID from project where I will say where project name is equal to what is the name of the project? It is payroll management system. So let us write the payroll. From here, what are you going to get? You will get the employee ID. And you know what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to find out salary from employee where what you want? Employee ID is equal. So just employee ID who is working in this particular project, you will get the employee ID. Give me the salary of that person, right? So you will go here, you will close it and you will. Okay. If you want, let us also print the employee ID with it. Okay. So let us run this. So we are getting what? We are getting an employee ID. Okay. Employee ID of that particular person we are getting. And okay, oh sorry, we're supposed to put a comma. Employee ID. Let us run now. So we got the salary and we also got the employee ID. So we know the employee ID is 25 now. Okay. And what is the project name? Payroll system. You can just go and check in the project table if you want. Okay. 25 is project payroll system. And yes, we have got the employee ID of 25 only, which is 50,000. So that is how we can run our third query now, which was select the salary. Now let's go to one step higher, students. Here select the salary of employee whose salary is greater than the salary of the employee who is working in the hospital management system. So now we know how to find out salary of the employee who is working in the hospital management system. But we also have to find out what salary of that employee which is greater than. So let us break the query. First, let us find out the salary of the employee who is working for what? Hospital management system. So for that, what we'll have to do? We'll have to do select employee ID from project where project name is equal to what is the name of the project? It is hospital management system. Let us take that. Okay, so we got this. From here, what we will get? We will get the employee ID. But what we want is, we want what? We want the salary, right? Select salary from employee table where we don't want the salary of that employee. Understand, student? Where what we want is salary is greater than. We want the salary has to be greater than that particular employee whose employee ID is this. But here there is a catch. You are giving where salary, okay, and you are asking select employee ID. This cannot work. Okay, select salary from employee where salary is greater than this. So if you try to do this now, okay. So now what you are getting is you are getting so much. So let us try and find out what was the salary of the person who was working in hospital management system. Okay. So for that, what I can do is salary and let me also print the employee ID. So we have all these employees over here. Okay, no, but this is a wrong answer. Why this is a wrong answer, students? Please understand. We have all the employees over here. Okay, and how is it possible that we are trying to find out what the salary of the person whose salary is greater than the hospital management system? So this is not a 2-level query. This is a 3-level query. Okay, we have to find out a 3-level query. Okay, so for that, what can we do is first let us find out the employee ID of that person who is working in hospital management system. So let us run this. We found out that the employee ID is 30. Okay. Now we want to find out what we want to select the salary of employee whose salary is greater than this. Okay. So now what we will do is we know that the employee ID is 30. Now what we have to do is we what query should we write for this now? Okay. Let us say we are writing the query select salary from employee where salary is greater than whose salary? We will select salary from employee where EMP is equal to. So here from here you will get the employee ID. Okay. From here you will get the employee ID. That employee ID you are passing here. From here you are finding the salary of that employee. Okay. Employee ID से आपको salary मिल गया. And now you are finding. So this is called as 3-level query, students. Okay. This is a 3-level query. Your bracket should close at the end of it. Okay. Should put a semicolon over here. Now let us try to run the query. Okay. Okay. Now see, you're getting the salary which is greater than this. Okay. To cross check it, you can do one thing. You can find out who is working in hospital management system. Okay. We can go to the project table. Okay. Select star from project. And we came to know that hospital management system is employee ID 30. Okay. Now we know the employee ID is 30. Now what we can do is we can go to the employee table. Okay. Let us see employee ID 30. Okay, what is the salary? Salary is 42,000. So yes, if you remember, we have got all the output which was above 42,000. We got this 50, 45, 60. We didn't get this 42, 45. You remember we got 8 rows. Okay, and we can see there are only 2 rows which are less than. So this is how, students, you can also run a 3-level query, okay, which is also a part of subquery. Always remember one thing, what is there in the where clause of the outer query should be present in the select clause of the inner query. That is why we had made a 3-level query over here, okay. Like employee ID wasn't in the where clause of this intermediate query, so it came as a select clause in the last query, okay. So this is all about a complex query, students. We have used only subqueries. In the upcoming video, we will be talking about joins. Thank you.